Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be explaining tautology and contradiction. But before I start, let me remind you that if you are really serious about learning mathematics from scratch and you want to excel in mathematics or you want to have an excellent grade, then you have come to a right place. Please don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so before and click on the bell button so that you get notified anytime I upload new videos. In the last video, I explained the truth table and the truth value. And I said when you have a statement or a proposition, which is a statement that can either be true or false, when you have it to be true, then the truth value of such a statement, if it is true, it is what? The truth value is what? T. I hope you understand now, which implies true, right? So, but if it is false, the truth value is equal to what? Is equal to F. Then we use a compound statement and connective to have some combination of truth values. So don't forget your connectives we have the negation, so which I explained that of all the five logical operators we have, it is only this negation that is what applicable to what? To a simple statement. The rest, being it conjunction, disjunction, conjunction is the same thing as and, disjunction which is the same thing as or. So your if then, so which is the same thing as what? Implication, and if and only if. So you can use them to what? To combine or to join two simple statements together. That is when you have compound statement. And I informed you, summarily is the summary is that when you have a statement like this, maybe P, we know the possible value for this statement, since it's a single statement, is can either be true or false. I told you that the negation of P here is going to give me what? So the negation of true is going to be false if it is true. Then the negation of false is going to be true if that statement is what? Is false. So that's why you don't need to stress yourself. Just change it. For example, now if it is false before, change it to true. So then you are going to have true here. Then likewise, I told you that when you now have more than one simple statement, so maybe you now have a compound statement, so whereby you have two or more simple statements that are joined together by connectives or what? Or conjunction. So then if the statement are two, say for example you have PQ, then you are going to have 2 raised power 2 possible truth values. What if you have PQR? That is what? 3 statements. So then you are going to have 2 raised power 3, which is equal to 8 possible truth value. If you've forgotten, then I refer you to my videos, on truth value. Okay, now let's say I now have 2 statements P, Q. Because I said you are going to have, if it is true, you are going to write true here. I explained how we derived that in the last video. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. False. And this is going to give me what? True, false. So if you want to use your conjunction, that is, if you want to use conjunction connective, that is, you want to connect statement P and Q together with conjunction or and. So then the only time the conjunction, the pairing of that two statements together is going to be true is when both of them are true. Otherwise, the rest, any combination will be false. So it means true here will be true. Other combination will be false. I explain why. Refer to my videos on the truth table. So then I say for disjunction, so the only time you can have false is when two statements are what? Are false. The rest combination will be true. So that is false here, false is here, then you have true. I hope you understand now. Then I explained that of implication too. That is the only time you can have false is when the first statement is true and the other is what? is false. So the rest will be what? True, true, true. I explain why. Please refer to my video on that. Likewise, when you have your equivalence, so that is if and only if, so you are going to have the combination, the pairing to be true if both of the statements are true and both of them or both of them are false. So this is going to be true, true, then the rest will be false, false. So if that is cleared, let me now go to today's business on tautology and contradiction. What do I mean by tautology? Tautology. I know you've been using it in your statement, but you don't know what it actually means. You know, in statement, people say to avoid tautology. So many people are saying that. So mathematically and logic-wise, when we say tautology is when a compound proposition is always true, irrespective value of its what? Irrespective, I mean, combination of its truth values. I hope you understand now. So let me state it again. A, a compound proposition, you are going to have a tautology when the compound proposition is always true. That is, you are going to have the truth value to be true, irrespective, irrespective of the combination of the truth values. I hope you understand now. That is, whether you, irrespective of the combination you have together, and you now have your result, you have the result of the compound proposition to be true always. Then you have what? Tautology. I'm going to give you an example so that you are going to understand better. So then we still have contradiction. I know you used to use this in Word as well. Contradiction is what? When the compound proposition is what? Is always false. You are going to see what I mean now. Is always false, irrespective of the combination of the truth values. So irrespective of the combination of the truth value. So let me give you an example to back it up so that you see what I'm trying to say. Example number 1. So we are asked to construct the truth tables to show that number 1, P if and only if negation of P is tautology. What is tautology? That is tautology. So that is, so when the compound proposition gives what? True every time, irrespective of the combination of your truth value. And I think the second question is P and Q implies, you see this combination of what we've done before. P, negation of P, negation of Q is what? Is contradiction. It's a contradiction. So this should be is a, tautology is a contradiction. Okay, now let us do it. We want to show something is a tautology. So if I were you, since this is just a statement, you don't need to stress yourself. You have your P. I hope you understand now. So, and for since it is a statement, the possible value you are going to have is just true and false. So then before you can show this, you have to break them down. It means I first of all need negation of P, then I need negation of P, then I will now combine the negation of P. I will choose it with what? If and only if. Okay, let's see what we have. We have something of this nature. Possibly, let me even write it. We must first of all find negation of P. You break it down. Then we must also find negation of P. Once we know that, then we can now find P if and only if negation of P. Okay, let's see what we are going to have. Don't forget, negation of a statement is true if that statement is false. So just change it. So what will be the negation of true? That is false. Negation of false, that is true. I hope you understand now. So negation of negation. Actually, I gave you this law that negation of something is that thing. So negation of negation of P. This is negation of P. So what is negation of F? That is true. What's negation of T? That is false. Down, the question now asks to find what? P implies what? Negation of P. Don't forget for sorry, if and only if. Don't forget if and only if. If and only if is that you are going to have what? You are going to have true if the two statements are true or what? Are both false. If the two statements are both true or are both false. Okay now. So what is false and true? They are not both true or and they are not both false, then it means it's going to be false. Sorry, not this one, this and this. So that's mistake from my side. We are combined this and this together, right? So this first one is true, the second one is true, then that is true. Since if and only if, again, it is going to be true if either two of the statements are true or both of them are false. So false and false is also going to be true. Can you see? It is tautology because we have every what? Eh? Every possible truth value is what? Is true irrespective of the combination. So then you can now conclude by saying P, therefore P, eh, negation of P is what? Is a tautology. Tautology. Okay, now let us do the second one. We have P, Q, if and only if negation of P or negation of Q. We have to show that it is what? Contradiction. That is, at the end of the day, you are going to have all the what? All the truth value to be false, irrespective of the combination. I hope you understand that. So, but now we have two statements, P and Q. Then the possible you can have is what? Is 4. I hope you understand now. Then this is going to be true, true, like we used to do it, false, false, true, false, true, false. I hope you understand. Then from here, what do we need? We need P and Q, right? Because we want to show that this and this, we give that. Then we need what? Negation of P. We need negation of Q. We need negation of P, negation of Q. Let me short it so that it can all come together. We have P and Q. We have negation of P, negation of Q, negation of P or negation of Q. Then we have P and Q if and only if negation of P or negation of Q. I don't know why is he not doing writing very well. Let me rewrite it. P and Q if and only if negation of P or negation of Q. Okay, let me just draw the line after that. So you have something of this nature. Okay, now let us continue. What is true and true? Recall when you are using and, then the combination is going to be true if both are true. The rest will be false. So it means this is going to be true, true, false, 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 false. I hope you understand now. And okay, now next we want to find negation P. Negation P, that is if it is true before change it to false. This is going to be false, false, true, true. Okay, now negation Q. This is true before this be false, true, false, true. Then you can find what? Negation P or negation Q. And what is that? That is, you can only have this, you can only have false if both are false. Otherwise, they are going to be true. So false and false, this is going to be false. Sorry, false or false is going to be false. False or true, 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 true. I hope you understand. And then we want to marry this guy now with this guy with what? If and only if. And don't forget if and only if. When you use if and only if as your connective, then you are going to have two if. Number one, both of them are true or both of them are false. Okay, now true, false. This is going to give me false. False, true. That is false. False, true. That is false. I hope you understand that. False, true. That is also false. Can you say it is what? It's contradiction because we have that all the what? All the eh, truth value are what? Are false. And you can conclude adequately by saying therefore P negation, no, not this one. So therefore P contradiction conjunction P Q is what? Is a contradiction. Can you see it is very simple? Okay, can I give you another question? Another question is number one. That's example. You can prove by using this. You have to find the truth value. What will be the truth value of P and Q or R when the variables are all true. You don't need to draw, a truth table for this. So you have to find the truth values of this solution P and Q if what? When the variables are all true. That is when the variable, what they mean by that is variables P, when variable P, Q, R, so they are what? They are all true. If I were you, just change the variable to true since we were given they are true. So then I'm going to have true and false or true. I hope you understand now. So, okay, now let me do this. Do the one inside the bracket. This will now be true. And what is negation of true? That is true. Or negation of true is also false. I hope you understand now. Then what is T and T? That is going to give me T or F. What is negation of T? That's going to give me F or F. So what is F or F? You understand now. So F or F will give me F. So F or F is going to give us what? So it's going to give us F. I hope I'm making sense. Let us check it again. Oh, sorry. This is also true. All of them are true. True. Then this is going to be false. I hope you understand now. And what is true and false? That is false. It means this is going to give me true. True or false is going to give me true, not false. Sorry. So that is that. And lastly, let me give you the one, I mean, that is of three statements. Number three, show that the following show whether the following proposition is a tautology or what? Or a contradiction. Or a contradiction. And this is what? We have P implies Q. I hope you understand now. Q implies R implies P implies R. I hope you understand now. So we want to show that it is not difficult to do. Since you have three propositions, then you have to draw your truth table. You have your P, you have your Q, you have your R. I hope you understand now. So then we have P implies Q, right? Q implies R. Let me write it very well. Then we still have P implies Q and what? Q implies R. And lastly, all of this, P implies Q and Q implies R, implies P implies R. I hope you understand now. So it means I've not find what P implies R. Let us redo it again. Don't worry. I want to ensure everything makes sense. Let me just use, okay, this P implies Q, right? Then I will also need Q implies R, right? I will also need P implies R, right? I will also need what? P implies Q and Q implies R. They are both together. I'll put this in brackets. And lastly, I'm going to have what? P implies Q, and Q implies R, both of them are together, implies P implies R. Okay, now then I can have it like this now. So let me do it one by one. To know where I'm going to stop. This true, 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 false, 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 false. I think it is here. Okay, the second one. Yeah. Okay, let's start the work. What will be your Q? You write it in two. True, true, false, false, true, true, false, false, right? Then this is going true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. So then P implies Q. Don't forget your implication is going to be false only when the first is true and the second is false. So true, true, that's going to be true. True, true, true. This is false. This is false. This is true. This is true. This is true. This is true. What of Q and R? It is true. This will be false. True and false is false. Don't forget, this is true. This is true. This is true. This is false. This is true. This is true. Please, you have to be careful. Okay, what of P and R? True, true is true. True, false is false. True, true is true. True, false is false. False, true is true. False, false is false. False, false is true. False, true is also true. False, false is true. Since it's an implication, and for implication, you can only have true, true. You can only have false only when the first is true and the second is false. That's what I've done. Okay, the second one is to combine this guy. P implies Q and Q implies R. So Q implies R. I think I'm making sense. So Q implies R. Okay, let us combine the two together. This is AND. When you are using AND, you can only have true when both are true, otherwise false. This is true, true is true. True, false is false. False, false, true, false, true, true. I hope you understand now. Then we have to now combine this guy implies PR. Don't forget, you can only have false when what? When the first is true and the second is false. Otherwise, all of them will be true. True, true, true. False, false, true. False, true, true. False, false, true. True, true, true. False, true, true. True, true, true. True, true, true. Can you see now? What do you have now? That's what's tautology. Then you can now conclude by saying, therefore, this proposition P implies Q or Q implies R implies P implies R is what? Is a tautology, and not what? And not a contradiction. Not a contradiction. I'm going to stop here. Please, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.